These off-year elections are often seen as a referendum on the party in the White House. This year, President Trump's economic policies are in the spotlight, and candidates are focusing on affordability. Rice University history professor and author of the Reagan Diaries, Douglas Brinkley, is here for more on that. Douglas, thanks so much for coming on. So experts tell ABC News voters are grappling with high cost of living, and who they hold responsible for that could shape the outcome of these races. So what does history tell you about how that impacts elections?
Well, it impacts it mightily. I mean, the 2025 is another bellwether election. It's not like a midterm where the whole world's watching intensely. We do have two unusual things going on in 2025. For the, a young Muslim American, Mondami in New York, who might become mayor, historic first for Muslim Americans, but also what's going on in California with the proposition and this constant argument of redistricting. If Texas redistricts, California will redistrict, and then it'll go back and forth to other states. But this is about momentum. Does Donald Trump have enough momentum to pull off a win somewhere? Can the Republican win in Virginia? Can a Republican win in New Jersey? That's what we're all really going to be looking at right now. But having a shutdown, the economy wobbly, people not feeling better days are here to come doesn't bode well for the party in office, which is Republicans right now.
So how big of a disappointment would it be to Democrats if they're not successful tomorrow?
That's the key question, I think. It'd be devastating. If the Democrats, after all of the shenanigans and norm breaking of Donald Trump we're even debating whether his tariff policy is legal or not with the Supreme Court on Wednesday. If the Democrats can't hold on to Virginia and particularly New Jersey's governorships, then it tells you that it's not just red and blue like we used to think, that the Republican Party's making big gains in a place like New Jersey, which should be a stronghold for the Democrats at this point, but it's not clear whether it is or not. So those are the two to watch. Democrats win both of those, they get momentum out of it. Suddenly, they have two new governor stars on the TV shows out there talking. They'll have a new mayor of New York who will be controversial, but will appease, if you'd like, the progressive wing of the Democratic Party. And they could start looking to unify for 2026 to really put some numbers on Trump and the Republicans and the Democrats reclaim Congress. That's the plan. But all roads lead through Virginia and New Jersey, in my mind.
So much of what President Trump has done in the first 9 months of his second term is unprecedented. So can we really apply lessons from previous elections to this one, given how different it is?
Well, I think we can. I think anybody with Trump's, let's say he's at 40 or 42% approval rating. Most Americans don't approve of him, yet he owns the public square. We talk about President Trump nonstop. Is there still enough motivation for Trump's base to show up places that the revolutionary fervor of early Trump is still there in 2025? Or people now just become used to Truth Social every day, feel that not that much is at stake right now, and sit home? We haven't seen Trump be a closer for any candidates. Yes, he did a trip to Asia that was important. Yes, there was a Halloween ball at Mar-a-Lago. But unlike Barack Obama, for the Democrats, who's out there win, fight, rallying the troops, we see Donald Trump looking to be of the world at large and all of his foreign policy issues that he's dealing with, whether it's Sudan or Venezuela or China, but less so New Jersey, less so Virginia. And will that be a mistake? Should Trump have stayed in permanent campaign mode to help the Democrats, to help the Republican Party get through these rapids right now? He hasn't done that yet. You might see him do that some tomorrow, but it may be too late to get the Trump bump.
All right, Douglas Brinkley, appreciate the breakdown, Douglas. Thank you.